Hey you all, welcome back. Listen, we are discussing Love and Marriage Huntsville season 4, episodes 9 and 10 very briefly. So I just want to let y'all know something. Where I'm at with Love and Marriage Huntsville is that it's no longer enjoyable to review. The cast is team too much, and then the outside stan bases are definitely team too much for me. And so, you know, YouTube is not my full-time job. It's not a part-time job. I just do it because I enjoy it. You know what I mean? And I don't mind that people disagree. I think I have a lot of male fans subscribe to me, and they may disagree, they may not, but if they do disagree, it's fine. They've been mainly respectful. I have no issue. But then we have the stands. The stands make it very difficult to review because these people don't even have to be subscribed to you. If they even hear that you said something that was kind of negative about Mel, they will swoop in, cuss you out, write you 20-page letters. Honey will do some of everything. And I'm just not interested in that. You know, and then the cast, they make it very difficult to review. They go live every 5 seconds. And how interesting, sorry, I dropped my water bottle. How interesting can a show be if the cast has to constantly go live every 5 seconds? It's really turned into Love and Hip Hop Marriage Huntsville edition, produced by Mona Scott Young. We just watched it, a copy, a paste of VH1. And I don't watch Love and Hip Hop because it was low vibrational. Every time you look, someone's pretending like they're gonna fight. They dropping beat bombs, they dropping whatever, but it's like, what is the basis of this show? At this point, it's nothing, and that's how I see Love and Marriage. We went from Rocket City Revival to World Star Hip Hop. I don't know when, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but apparently, I guess Martell and Marceau got into it. I guess I'm thinking, or what I read is that someone said something about the host's children, which is also inappropriate. Why are we talking about children? When Wanda did it, I didn't like it. Comparing hair types. Wanda, of all people, she has finger waves of freezing a pompadour all at the same time. She's the last person that needs to discuss hair. It's very disgusting. And, you know, Mel is filming it. She comes on, Martell, your kid's watching you. Everybody's kids have been watching them act a fool this whole time for the past 4 seasons. This is not the first time. It's not. You know, can I understand why someone will be ready to fight if someone talked about their children? Absolutely. But still, when Mel's friend or former acting coach, whatever she was, said this show was low vibrational, people called her a loon. People said she was crazy. That woman was perfectly sane. Look at what we're seeing. We're seeing Rocket City Revival, World Star. I mean, it's hit rock bottom. What is next, I guess, is for me. And so I just can no longer enjoy the shows. But, you know, I'm a Leo, so we're going to ride this out for this season. But I don't want to come on here always like negative or saying negative things. Like, no one wants to hear that. I don't want to hear it. No one wants to hear that. So for me, I can chill. I can put Love and Marriage Huntsville on ice. If it ever gets better, I have no problem picking it back up. But after this season, it's too much. Everyone's team too much. The cast, certain fan bases are team too much. And I ain't got time for it. You know, I ain't got time to be cussed out all the time. You know, listen, I could take it on the chin. But what I'm not going to do is waste my time. And Love and Marriage Huntsville is a waste of time at this point. But we still going to talk about episode 9 and 10. I told you I like to finish things. I'm not going to just completely go out. But you all know this is going to be a long season because Love and Marriage will give you 30 episodes, darling. And I have no problem with that because I get tired of these TV shows giving us 10 episodes and saying that's a season, and it's not. So I appreciate the 25, 30 episodes. So we're firmly in here. But I just want to give you all that disclaimer because I'm tired. I'm tired of the cast and I'm tired of the fan base. And I just don't have to review it. Because y'all want to see Real Housewives of Atlanta anyway. That's what my subscribers have been asking me for. So we can put this one on ice anyway. So let's go ahead and briefly get into it. Won't be a full review. Let me hurry up and give you my thoughts. So episode 9, not much. Marceau and Tisha. Let me tell you something. Tisha says that everyone wants her to be in a bad marriage because Martell got caught. Yes and no. Tisha, I don't think that you and Marcel take enough accountability for how you've contributed to that view of your marriage, right? Marcel definitely, and I said this before, I don't know if Marcel is cheating or not, but I firmly believe that he loves being a troll. Hell, he's admitted to it. Why would you want to troll something like your marriage? It's not funny, and it hasn't been funny. And Tisha, you've cried, you've begged him, and Marcel didn't give a damn. All of a sudden, between episodes 10 and 9, or 9 and 10, he wants to give a damn. No, sir. He's been a huge contributor for the way your marriage is viewed. Now, do I also think that the Holtz want to tear other people's relationships down because of what was going on with it? Absolutely. And we've said that. That's been asked and answered and said repeatedly. The Holtz absolutely were on a war path to bring everyone down with them, whether it was true or not. But this is what I will say. Both Martell and Mel have maintained that Marcel cheats on Tisha. Even as recently as the Galentine's Day episode, I think Mel said, your husband cheat on you every other day. Then I think Martell was on Carlos' after show. I forgot the name of it that quickly, y'all. My apologies. And he said he said that Marcel cheats on Tisha or has cheated on her. So my point is that I'm not going to say the Holtz are lying, right? Because I kind of believe them based on Marcel's behavior. But where there's smoke, there may be fire, Tisha. And so to act like just everyone wants your marriage to fail, I personally don't want anybody's relationship to fail. But, you know, everyone has different rules in their relationship. If you find with Marcel cheating, I don't give a damn. It does not, I couldn't care less. Now, Marcel is sometimes right, and I hate to admit it. I hate to admit it. But he said that a mere accusation nowadays is taken as true. He's absolutely right. And that boggles me. As someone whose profession, I've been involved in investigations, ethic violations, compliance violations, and I've done investigations before. I've had people lie to my face, look me in my eye and lie, y'all. And I'm like, but I got the paperwork and the evidence that ain't true. And I'm surprised. So I don't understand why people hear a rumor or they hear some tea or see tea and they just automatically believe it. And this is no shade to anyone, but text messages can be made up, y'all. I thought we knew that. Now, I'm not saying Marcel is innocent because like I said, I think that something has happened. I just don't know how many times and when in their relationship. It still could be going on, but I need solid evidence, not this BS of this is his head and his back. I want to see the Michael Darby evidence. I want to see that. I want to see something that is actual proof, not a blurred picture that someone took of the back of his head. I don't want to see that. I mean, well, it's not that I don't want to see it. To me, that just doesn't pass the snuff test. It doesn't pass the smell test. And so I agree with Marcel. Even if someone could say, Canary said that I was a B word and then she beat me up. And if I was a celebrity, people would believe it. People don't even critically think for themselves nowadays. If someone says they did it, people just jump on the train. And that bothers me because I feel like I'm a logical person and you should think for yourself. Listen to what's being said, watch what's being done, and make your own decision. But just because someone said, Marcel cheating on Tisha, doesn't mean it's true. However, Marcel, you've contributed to these rumors because of your behavior. Because Tisha then follows and says she feels like people want her to suffer. And they do. They do. I can absolutely, based on some of the comments I've seen on some of these love and marriage hip hop videos, people want Tisha to go down because they dislike her, they're annoyed by her, and also the majority of them are male fans. And it boggles my mind because male fans have empathy for Mel because of what she's been through. Because Martell had put her through hell. Understandable. But then the same pain that Mel went through, they wish on others. And don't tell me I'm lying. I've had people come up into my comments recently and tell me, well, I hope your husband cheat on you and have a baby on you and see how you feel. Like, legitimately. And you know, I don't say nothing. I just delete and block. But what I want to say is that I'm not your girl, Mel. I leave. Marriage is voluntary. I don't know who told y'all it wasn't. It's voluntary. Me and my husband agree on that. So if there's ever a point in the road where a fork in the road, we don't have to be enemies, but I ain't got to be with you. And I stand on that. I ain't never been a chick that's been with a man because, oh my God, I'm fighting. I'm not fighting for anything. I'm not tussling with my husband, especially if he doesn't want to be here, and vice versa. He shouldn't tussle with me and fight for a relationship and I'm checked out. So you can wish that on me all you want to, but trust, don't threaten me with a good time. What Tisha said, I'll take him for everything he had. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do I think that will happen in my marriage? No. But if it does, what's the key that y'all get from other women being hurt in relationships, but yet y'all can sit here and empathize with Mel? Interesting, isn't it? A bunch of hypocrites is what they are. But you know, your teacher, they want you to suffer, girl. So it is what it is. They don't like you. You're annoying to most people. Then that's what they want. Moving on to the housewarming party, Maurice and Marcel irritated the hell out of me when they began pressing Mel about Martell. I think Mel has been very clear that she does not want to film with Martell. I think she has asked the cast, if you invite him, don't invite me. I think that's more than fair. They are not in a good space, or at least at this juncture in the season. Don't know about now, don't care. And they're up there laughing like it's funny. It's not funny, you all. Y'all friend really put this. Martell did a number on Mel. Just to see the way she behaves. That woman is completely hurt. Still, and I'm not saying she shouldn't be hurt. She's completely hurt. And y'all up here joking and asking Martell, y'all whack as hell for that shit. Y'all whack as hell. And see, y'all wives let y'all get away with that, and y'all do that to them. You were trying to gaslight Mel, and that wasn't cool. Melody should have cussed you out. And see me, and see, this is when I need my boss Mel. Thug, someone call her Thug Mrs. Melody. Thug Mrs. Melody. This is when I need that clap back. Because I would have talked about them both. Like, why you laughing, Marcel? You cheating on your wife, and Maurice, we heard about you. That's when I need the tea to come out. Don't take the high road now, Mel. Tell it to their face. Because I didn't like that. That really pissed me off because that wasn't funny. It's not funny. Y'all up there laughing. Oh, so you just gonna sit there where my guy Martell at? Why are you asking her about Martell? They are divorced. Martell said, get your bald-headed ass out here. I don't give a damn what Martell said. Martell also said y'all was cheating on y'all wives. How about that? I did not like that. Did not like that. I hope the male stands hear that the next time y'all want to come and cuss me out. I hope y'all hear that, because I didn't like that. Wanda acts a fool at the housewarming. Let me say this, though. Miss Stormy and Melody were awful quiet while Wanda was going off on them. And see, listen, I know some people gonna say, oh, respect your elders. Yeah, to a certain degree. Absolutely. But didn't none of them pipe up? You saw they was quiet and chewing on food and everything else. Why didn't you have that same energy you had for Tisha at the party? Why don't you simply tell Miss Wanda, yeah, I brought her up, and who gonna stop me? I'm gonna do it again, too. Now, I didn't agree with how Wanda acted. I think she needed to be politely escorted out because she caused a ruckus, and that's not what we were here for. But, you know, Jalen, if you don't have a housewarming, baby, don't you have some friends? Where your LBs at, honey? Where your frat bros at? They didn't want to come? Man, Jalen didn't have none of his friends. This was Tisha's housewarming party, okay? So then another note I made for episode 9, Jalen was the only man in the room. Maurice sat there with his Mr. Shine self and didn't say anything. Jalen had to say, we're not going to call my mother. We're not going to disrespect my mother in my house. Maurice, you should have been echoing his sentiments. Where do y'all find these men from? Baby, I mean, just scraping them. They're barnacles, okay? You just scraping the barnacles at the bottom. Like, Could have been my husband sitting there silent while your son is the only man to stand up for you. How dreadful. So let's get into episode 10. We're going to pick it right back up at the housewarming. Marcel has a problem with Wanda, says she's the common denominator causing trouble in her marriage. I'm not going to repeat it again. Marcel, you have contributed. Now, you know, what I will say is that if all of this is fake, start sending cease and desist letters to people. Get your attorney, because I know y'all have one. Y'all have multiple businesses. I know you guys have an attorney or multiple. Start sending cease and desist letters to these blog channels if you don't like it. I'm just saying, if it's all a lie and it's slander, start sending cease and desist letters. And don't get, the best thing to do is to ignore people. Like, ignore them and hit them with the legal side of things. No one wants to deal with legal trouble. No one does. So if you feel that strongly, then do what you have to do. If not, ignore them. Because the more you feed it, the more it's going to grow. So I don't know why you mad at Wanda. She's not the issue. You the issue, Marcel. And you and Tisha are the issue because you go live every 5 seconds. Ain't nobody got time for that. Where are we at now? Oh, Melody is releasing her skincare line and changing her last name. I love both. First of all, Melody, just like Sheree from Real Housewives of Atlanta, she has skin like butter. I'll never forget, I don't know if it was season 1 or 2, Mel went to a community service event. I think it was hosted by the Scotts. Mel came there, it had to be 7 a.m. in the morning, no makeup. And when I tell you I was like, damn! Because that was the first time, because I used to think Mel looked really old. And then I realized Mel does not look old. She actually looks very young. The makeup ages her. Her skin is flawless. It reminds me a lot of Sheree, just like butter. And I remember I said, that's why Tisha mad at Mel. Tisha had to have a whole beat down. Melody came there fresh face, swooped that feather bang out her eye. I said, oh, Mel. I don't like Mel, but I ain't never gonna lie on nobody. So I love the skincare line. Strike while the iron is hot. You have many talents, and one of them is being a pretty woman. When you're a pretty woman, you can sell certain things, and you can sell this skincare line. So shout out to Mel, great idea. Changing her last name, great idea. Martell has put her through a lot of hell. No need to carry Holt. Just listen, he can have that raggedy last name back. You explain to your kids, and that's what you had to do. I have no problem with that. I support both. Now, Martell is hiring someone to help him pass his home builders exam. Finally, listen, Martell, finally, and maybe he will pass it this time. There are people who have difficulties taking exams, and how I feel about exams, that they're rooted in racism and classism anyway. So I really think all exams, well, not all, I think that most exams should be banished, because most of them are just, not everyone. I remember when I was in law school, I had a professor from Harvard. He said some people are academics and some people are practitioners. And some people can't take a test, but they can practice the hell out of something. They can execute the hell out of it. So, hopefully he passes it, because, baby, you got 5 children to feed. So you got to do something, honey, because you said you ain't had shit going on. That's not what I said. That's what Martell said. So now we get to Melody's 7th Avenue launch party. So Kiki's there. And Kiki confronts Stormy. Stormy pays her dust. Stormy starts dancing and doing all this. And you know what I must say? Y'all know I don't care for Stormy. But something she said was right. Y'all know I'm going to give it to you when you're right and give it to you when you're wrong. Stormy says, if Kiki will treat her family the way she does, then I don't want to be near you. I agree. If you'll talk crap about your family and you'll spill all their tea, what the hell will you do for little old me? You gonna tell all my business. And honey, no, I don't want to be around you. That ain't no good look. I 100% agree with Stormy. Kiki tells Kimmy that she detects some dry shade from Stormy. Kiki wants to know, is there a problem? And Stormy continues to ignore her. Good for her. I would have done the same. I have nothing to say to you. Nothing. Nothing at all. And you know what? I found it interesting that Stormy keeps her distance from Kiki. She made it very clear. I know I'm friends with Mel, and Kiki is Mel's friend, but I don't dig her. Way to have your own backbone, Stormy. Keep doing that. I might begin to like you. I might. We'll see. Next, Melody introduces her products and demonstrates them. Everything looks good. I love the theme. I love the colors. No problem. Kiki and Kimmy talk outside. Kiki, I don't know why you chose to sit down with Kimmy. Kimmy is far too intelligent for the BS you're trying to pull over her, okay? So Kiki says that she wanted to talk to Kimmy because it's obviously something wrong. Back up. Did y'all see how Kiki told Kimmy, you look beautiful? And Kimmy said, mm-hmm. She didn't even say, oh, you look beautiful as well. Usually people do that. Kimmy said, I ain't got time to lie. fool. She was like, I ain't got time to lie. Thank you. Keep going. So Kiki explained that she wanted to talk to Kimmy because she felt the tension and wanted to kind of clear the air. And she feels that she didn't say anything negative about Tisha. See, she's being crafty because what she did do is talk crap about her marriage. But I didn't say anything negative about Tisha, and I felt that whatever I said was in confidence. Baby, Kimmy said, you felt the pajama party, that you was in confidence. And I know Kimmy wanted to say, there was 20 cameras around. There was a boom mic directly in your face. What do you mean that this was in confidence? We're filming. We're on a show. What do you mean it was in confidence, honey? You sound right. You sound foolish. So then Kimmy says she was surprised that Kiki was even there because she's been Mel's friend for years. She's gone to her events, and in 4 years, she hasn't seen Kiki. And Kiki said something to the effect, I don't remember specifically, about how she didn't want to go, I guess, attend the events and have a problem with Tisha. Or I guess she was saying that Tisha had asked her not to go to Mel's events. Don't know how true that is right now, okay? Kim doesn't feel that that was the environment for Kiki to reveal those conversations that she's had with Tisha. And Kim says, I just wouldn't say anything inappropriate and I wouldn't slander her. And Kiki says, well, I disagree. I didn't slander. Well, it's only slander. Well, if you lied, basically. Don't know if she lied. Don't care. But I do agree with Kimmy. For me and my cousin, I just wouldn't have said anything. Now, I do have a cousin I don't deal with. And maybe a long time ago when I was in my early 20s, maybe if you asked me about her, I would have told her down because she was, just trust me. See, even now, I'm not going to go there, but just know. But at this age, I wouldn't do it. It doesn't do anything beneficial for me. And so I agree with Kimmy on that. Kimmy thought it was inappropriate for Kiki to chime in when Mel prompted her. But Kimmy, I agree with you. But Kimmy, you always tell the story. See, you're the person who said, tell the story from the beginning. You always fail to tell this story from the beginning. You always start with Kiki, especially when you're in front of Mel. But you fail to say that Mel is the one who prompted Kiki to talk about whether or not the rumors were true or it was that the first time that Tisha had heard those sort of things. So I wish you would say that in front of Mel, because you haven't. And I wonder why. That's crazy because you don't seem scared of anyone, but for some reason you're tiptoeing around Mel. Tell me what y'all think. Tell me why you think Kimmy's tiptoeing around Mel. And I don't think it has anything to do with employment because I don't think Mel has I don't think she has casting capabilities. I don't think. She could, but I could be wrong. She tells Kiki that this really isn't up for debate because it was on tape. In other words, girl, shut up. You sound stupid. So Kiki continues to disagree. Well, that's not what I said. And Kimmy's like, listen, I ain't gonna keep talking about this. It's on film. You said these things, and she did, and they took a page out of Bravo's book and they rolled that beautiful bean footage, honey. And there she is, her and Mel, talking about the rumors, right? Kimmy clarifies that, listen, I wasn't running to Tisha. I'm not trying to start stuff. I had a conversation with her about it to let her know what happened, which I think is fair. I just don't know why Kimmy won't own up to it in front of Mel. That's weird. And let me tell you something. Kimmy wraps that conversation up. She said, listen, this has been fun, real fun, but I'm about to go get a milk bath. And walks away. Baby Kimmy, not Kimmy, but Kiki, you won't be getting any more airtime off of Kimmy. Not at all. So then next, Kimmy and Maurice have dinner with Tisha and Marceau. They talk about Jalen's housewarming. Wanda is out of control, and I agree with Kimmy. She needs to be banned. She said it jokingly, but for real. She needs to be banned, and she should have been escorted out because she acted a fool. Tisha says that Wanda will be having a tasting at her house for her food truck. Good luck. Based on the lack of cleanliness that we see in the previews for the next episode, I will need a damn thing. I saw the pictures for Wanda's food, or I guess those are supposed pictures. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Looks like food poisoning and despair. Oh, my God. They mentioned Kiki. Tisha says Wanda feels Kiki was wrong. Kimmy agrees. I agree. I think we all, well, not all people, not everyone. I agree that Kiki was wrong. Tisha asked Kimmy for advice, and Kimmy don't have none. She don't have no advice for Tisha regarding Kiki, not at all. Marceau says that, so Marceau brings up the reason why Tisha and Kiki are at the juncture they are now with their relationship. He said, listen, we would have been bad friends if we did not tell the Holts, who were friends at the time, about what was going on with Kiki, because it would have directly impacted them. You all, I just need to know what it was, because I don't like to play games. I hate that everyone's speaking around it. What was it? It had to be something bad, because what was it that you had to let them know that would impact them at that dinner? Now, I'm going to say this, and I know the male fans aren't going to like it. I know that we always talk about it, and I have a lot of male fans that keep saying, Tisha started it with Mel. From my understanding, and I could be wrong, you all let me know, this dinner with the Holts, and I think it was a holiday dinner, wasn't it? Happened before they started filming. We know that Mel got on the phone and told Kiki what Tisha told them about her business. And from what I glean from the rest of this conversation, Mel has had several conversations with Kiki about Tisha before the show started filming, or maybe just as it started filming. So I think it's unfair for us to say Mel started it or Tisha started it when it appears that Mel has been talking big shit about Tisha for a long time to her own family member. Now, I also will say that I think Tisha, because Kimmy admitted it on the first season, that her and Tisha have had plenty of conversations about Mel. I just think it's unfair for us to keep pointing the blame at who went first. It doesn't matter who went first. They really were not friends. Mel likes to use the word frenemy. To me, we too old for frenemy. They don't like each other. And the only reason why they hung around each other is because of their husbands, and that's that. Marceau said he wouldn't have apologized. I just need to know what it was, because I can't say whether I would or would not have. Kimmy says she felt that because her and Tisha weren't in the best of places with their relationship, that Kiki thought at the pajama party, oh yeah, I could talk crap, because Kimmy ain't gonna say, because Kimmy don't like her either. Boom. And Kimmy was like, well, I still love her. She's still my sister-in-law, and no, that's not cool with me. Which, you know, in that respect, Kimmy, you're a stand-up woman, because it was the right thing to do. That's your sister-in-law. It would have created all types of problems. It was the right thing to do, although we don't like Tisha. It was the right thing to do. Tisha says she never told Kiki about anything concerning infidelity. What Marceau says, and I think I understood this correctly, I may not have. It sounds like what Marceau was saying is that Mel told Kiki that Marceau was cheating. And then Kiki went back to Tisha and said, Mel told me this, what say you? And if that's the truth, y'all, that's some messy crap. That is a bunch of mess. I mean, Mel, do you stay on the phone gossiping? Like, golly. I don't know what's the truth, but that's wild. If that's true, that's wild. But I don't know what's the truth, because like I said, the more we watch this show, the more convoluted the timeline and stories become. And sometimes I just can't decipher. And quite frankly, I really don't care that much. I think I already said this. It appears that Mel never really liked Tisha and has always talked crap about her. It appears that way. Marceau says they plan on letting Kiki know, honey, to talking about their family, and he said he doesn't have grace and mercy for anyone, talking about his family, foreign or domestic. Listen, y'all gotta stop using these military terms. It ain't that deep, right? Now, I agree with you. Anybody talking about my family, my husband, my children, my dogs, you gotta go. We not gonna have that. But baby, this foreign or domestic, ain't nobody thinking about you internationally. Ain't nobody thinking about you. And Marceau, what is this new style you have where you wear a V-neck gray t-shirt with a Scully every scene, and then have the nerve? Did he have a sports coat on with it? What is going going on with Marcel? Is he going through some type of midlife crisis, honey? In the next episode, he's going to be wearing that same dirty Scully and a V-neck shirt. Oh, my God. Someone get Marcel a stylist, honey. Right away, him and Lulu, because baby, and Maurice, because if he wears one more suit from Men's Warehouse, I'm going to collapse. Do you hear me? So, yeah, I think that's about it for the episode. I said it was going to be short, but honey, it's about 30 minutes, but I'm going to try to edit this down as best as possible. But you all get down in the comments and tell me what you thought about episodes 9 and 10. I don't know much about the fight, just from what I've seen and what I've heard. I already gave my commentary on it, so I don't have much to add. But if there is nothing else, I will see you all later. Bye.